All right, good morning, everybody. Thank you very much for taking some time out of your busy Monday mornings to join us for our Final Expense Monthly Monday. These webinars are typically rather quick, 15, 20, maybe 30 minutes tops, and it's really designed to kind of give you a little snapshot of what's going on in the final expense life insurance marketplace. My name is Matt Alina, and I'm one of the marketing representatives here at URL. And we do these things the first Monday of every, actually it's the first working Monday of every month. So this is the first working Monday of August 7th, 2017. Usually in the summer months, it's kind of a slow time of year in the life insurance industry. Agents go on vacation, clients go on vacation. So, and a lot of the companies, a lot of the home offices really aren't making any product changes. They're really ramping up for the fall and then the new year at this time. So there's really no company updates, but I'm going to highlight one of the core final expense carriers that we have in our portfolio and why you might want to consider adding them to your portfolio if you don't already have them added to your list. Also, we'll discuss some sales tips and trends. For agents that are looking to work some leads, we do have B leads that are for sale. And then we'll also open it up for any questions and see what's working for you. For any of you that are working in the final expense marketplace, we want to find out what's working for you, what's not working for you, what are some of the challenges and successes that you've had this past month. So we'll open it up there and we'll discuss that. There are some new faces on our call today that are not participating in our final expense plan or program. So let me just highlight some of the carriers that we have here. We have 14 different final expense carriers, from guaranteed issue all the way to level final expense whole life plans. For those of you that aren't familiar with final expense is basically a simplified issue life insurance policy. It's a whole life policy, and it's designed with seniors in mind, seniors that have medical issues in mind. If you want to kind of get into more of the nitty-gritty of final expense, call me. We can have a conversation and we can see how we can help you get started with products, and then also getting in front of some people to make some sales. So this is a list of our final expense carriers, and like I said, there's 14 of them there, ranging from guarantee issue all the way to level final expense. We also have a final expense quote engine. So if you're ever on an appointment, we do have our website designed that it's friendly and compatible with your mobile phones, your iPhones, your Droids. So you can go to our website at urlinsgroup.com, go to Life Markets, and then go to Quoting Tools, and you'll see that there's a final expense quote engine. And then it'll take you to the page on the left-hand side. It's going to take you to a page that will show you, it'll ask you for the state that you're in, the client's date of birth, male or female, smoker or non-smoker, and then you can put in the face amount of coverage and whether it's a level, graded or modified, or guaranteed issue. And it'll also, on the right-hand side, it does the shopping for you. Now, one of the things that we'll tell you, we have 14 different companies. We don't want you to get licensed with 14 different final expense companies. But you will also find that the rates with final expense carriers are not far apart. There's not a big defining rate difference. And when you're dealing in the final expense marketplace, if you haven't already been doing this, you'll find that most clients are really not shopping rates. They're not going online looking to see who has the cheapest rates. Usually with traditional life insurance, whether it's term or universal life, there are quote engines out there that are designed for consumers where they can go and get rates on themselves. Final expense really isn't designed like that. So you'll find that the rates aren't, there isn't a big difference between one company or another. So if you pick 2 or 3 different final expense companies to add to your portfolio, with one of them maybe being a guaranteed issue, then you have most of your bases covered. We can help you with selecting carriers if you ever need that help. I want to discuss the LEAD program. For those of you that are on the call that are not participating in the LEAD program, let me give you some of the details to this. So we have two different programs that you can choose. You can do mailers, where one of the lead vendors that we use will mail to the counties that you want to work. It's a 20 lead minimum order at $29 per lead. Now, these are exclusive leads. These are leads that you've ordered with your defined sales territory. So if you want Dauphin County, Pennsylvania, or Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, you can work those counties. Now, the other thing that we do here, so that it doesn't get there isn't an oversaturation of agents in certain counties, so that you can still have a good flow of leads. We do limit the number of agents in each county working those leads, so that you have them fresh and they're not there aren't too many agents ordering. There's only so many leads that can go around. So again, mailers are $29 per lead. They're exclusive. And we also have teleleads, where a lead vendor that we use will make phone calls on your behalf to the specific counties that you want to work. Those are $19 a lead with a 20 lead minimum order. Again, they're exclusive. It's a defined territory, and they're never resold. These are leads that you've purchased. They're your leads. They're your clients. Now, some of you that are on the call today, you may be doing Medicare, and this is a great time to start getting in front of some people and start getting your feet wet and getting in front of some of those senior clients. So what we do is, or what I would recommend doing is, if you want, purchase some of these final expense leads. If they pan out for final expense, great. If they don't, cross-sell, offer them Medicare, at least get in front of them, and maybe you can get them, maybe they'll turn into a Medicare client of yours. Now, the thing that URL does, because the cost of leads can get a little pricey, we do subsidize your lead costs based on your production. And those lead costs, basically, for every $1,000 of annualized final expense business that you place each month, we will give our non-Gemini agents $50 for every $1,000. You'll see that reflected in your lead invoice. The other is the Gemini agents will get $80 for every $1,000 of monthly annualized final expense business that you place, every $1,000. So if you want more details on that, of course, give me a call. And you'll see on each of the slides, our toll-free number is at the bottom of the screen. My extension is 141, and I'll put my contact information up at the end of the presentation today. For those of you that are wondering, where do we have most of our lead, where are most of the lead, where's the lead concentration? Well, you see the star, and you'll see that that's basically where we're located. We're in South Central Pennsylvania. For those of you outside of Pennsylvania, we're in Harrisburg. And a lot of the agents are in the collar counties around Pennsylvania. We're Dauphin County, so you're looking at counties like Cumberland and Lancaster and just some of those other counties around. But then where the lead concentration, where we're finding that there's some opportunities, is northeastern Pennsylvania, as well as Pittsburgh in that area. The Baltimore, DC area, this area, there's a lot of leads there. And then also Cuyahoga County, which is basically the Cleveland, Ohio area. Those are where you can get a lot of leads for those of you that are in kind of the mid-Atlantic region going towards the Midwest. There's also quite a bit of leads in North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and northern Florida. Once you start getting deeper into Florida, it starts to kind of go out. But that's where some of the opportunities are, where you'll see some of the opportunities for leads. And this is what the lead mailer sample looks like here. So this is a lead that came back, and it basically says that someone could qualify for a state-regulated program to pay for final expenses. And it does mention that it is a tax-free benefit for Pennsylvania residents, Maryland residents, whatever, and that it is a life insurance policy where it says a life insurance benefit. So when you're going on these appointments, you will, the person should realize that this is for a life insurance policy. We were using another lead vendor and it was basically a very generic piece, and it did not specify life insurance in there at all. And people thought that it was a free government program. You're still going to run into that with this, but it should be minimal at best. So this is basically what it looks like. So you're going to have the client's name, their address, phone number, their age, and everything else that you need in order to make contact for that. So for more details on our lead subsidies, our lead availability, feel free to give me a call at 800-926-8875. My direct extension is 141. You can also contact me at matta@urlinsgroup.com. Now, one thing I'll mention about tips for leads. For greater success, you want to target lower income areas. These are final expense plans are not designed for clients that have money in the bank, where a $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 funeral expense is really going to be a drop in the bucket. The people that you're going to want to target are people that are areas where it's lower income areas, that where the family, if something happened to that person, the family is going to be passing a hat around in order to pay for funeral expenses. So that's where you'll find that you'll have greater success. Now, we do have appointment sales scripts available. If you ask for them, we have them available. So that's another resource that we'll provide for agents that are working with us. We've had agents that have done over $300,000 in commissionable sales, and these agents have put together a sales script on what they say when they're booking an appointment over the phone, what they say when they get to the front door of that client's home. So we do have these sales scripts available. Now, we do have free leads that are available too. I mentioned the lead costs. Through your final expense production, you can get free leads available, or free leads there, or you can take a reduction in commission and we'll cover the lead costs. So you probably would be looking at about 25 to 30 points less in commission, but we can subsidize the leads, and we can kind of tailor the program to meet your needs so that you have leads available at no cost to you. You can contact us for more information about our free lead program. Company updates. As I mentioned before, companies really haven't announced any new updates at this point in the summer months, but stay tuned because things will be coming down the pike here very soon. So I wanted to highlight one of our core final expense companies this month, and this company is United Home Life. Some of you may or may not have heard of them, but just for those of you that are not familiar with them, United Home Life is one of those companies that I generally recommend everybody has them in their back pocket, and I'll get into that in just a minute. They're an A-rated company by AM Best, and they're over 70 years old, so they're actually kind of a baby when it comes to the life insurance industry, where some of the companies that we have are over 100, 120, 140 years old. United Home Life was originally part of the Indiana Farmers Bureau, and they specialize in simplified issue life insurance products. They have things that range from term to whole life and return of premium term. Depends on the state that you're in on the availability. But United Home Life has their competitive market is actually in the final expense marketplace. Competitive commissions, quick turnaround time, and they have 4 final expense products. They have the Express Issue Whole Life, which is a graded plan. In Pennsylvania, it's a little bit different in the payout because they do it where it's structured where if the client dies in the first year, 30% of the death benefit is paid out to the beneficiary. If the client dies in the second year, 60% is paid out to the beneficiary, and then 100% in years 3 going on through age 100. It's a little bit different than some of the other companies that do a graded or modified situation where the beneficiary only gets back the return of premiums paid plus interest. So that's a little bit different there. Now they also have the Express Issue Deluxe and the Express Issue Premier plans. The Deluxe and the Premier are basically the same plan. The Deluxe is a little bit more expensive than the Premier. The Deluxe doesn't have as many medical questions that the client has to answer. Now, keep in mind, these are simplified issue, so there are no medical exams. They don't have to do blood and urine or anything like that, but there are medical questions they would have to answer in order to qualify. A type 2 diabetic, so a non-insulin dependent diabetic, can qualify for the Express Issue Premier plan. And then in worst case scenarios, they do have a guarantee issue plan that's available. Now, one of the things, or one of the caveats that United Home Life has, is that with the guarantee issue plan, it cannot be more than 25% of the applications that you submit business. So 1 out of every 4 applications can be a guarantee issue plan. Now, another thing about United Home Life is that they do take younger clients, and they start around age 25, depending on the client's issues and stuff like that. They'll take clients that have had heart attacks, strokes, cancers, as long as it's been over 2 years. As I mentioned, they're very competitive with diabetics. And worst case scenario, they more or less, they have this Express Issue Whole Life plan that pays a full commission even on their graded policy. And it's not guarantee issue. There are some medical questions, but the medical questions are very generic. We do have the applications on our website. We have the sample applications as well on our website, so you can check that out. If you're not sure where to look, give me a call and I can help you look for that and get you that information. Now, we do have B leads available for sale. Now, B leads, just to kind of give you the definition of that, B leads are leads that are over 30 days old, and they're basically extra leads that nobody has purchased. Now, in order to purchase these leads, you need to contact me through phone or email. This is not the venue to request the leads. So contact me after our webinar today, and I'll see what's still available. First come, first serve. You do have to be contracted with some final expense carriers through URL, but there is no lead commitment necessary. You do not need to commit to ordering leads over and over again. So here's what we have. We have 40 leads in Carbon County, 2 available in Cumberland, 12 in Lancaster, 40 in Luzerne, and 17 in Northampton counties. And then in other states, we have a large chunk of leads right now in the Charles County and Prince George County area, which is all in the DC area. Prince George is DC. Charles County is one of the collared counties around there. Some excellent opportunities there. So if any of you on the call are in the Maryland area, we do have quite a few leads available for you if you want to get your feet wet with ordering some leads. These are mailers. These are not telemarketed leads. Telemarketed leads, we don't get any extras in that. And then we also have leads in other states as well, in Cabarrus and Mecklenburg counties, which is basically around the Charlotte area. We have 20 leads there, and we have 20 leads in Montgomery County, Virginia. So that's what we have available. Contact me if you're in a particular county. I may have some extras. I just happened to glance over it. So that's where we have the larger concentration. Save the date. We have some big things going on in the month of September. By the way, September is Life Insurance Awareness Month, so keep your eyes and ears open for special announcements and special programs that are going on to help you sell life insurance and help you spread the word on the importance of life insurance. But save the date. There's a couple of big things coming up here. September 6th at 8 o'clock in the morning, we have our Medicare Connections at the Hershey Lodge and Convention Center. We've been doing this every year, and it's really an opportunity for you to gain some knowledge and experience and expertise and talk to people who are in the Medicare field. If you're doing final expense, you really should consider doing Medicare and covering both of those bases. Your Medicare clients are your final expense clients. Your final expense clients are also your Medicare clients. And it's kind of like this vicious circle, and they both can kind of feed each other. So if you're considering the Medicare marketplace, September 6th, 8 o'clock in the morning at the Hershey Lodge and Convention Center, contact me or contact our Medicare department for more information on that. And then we have our really big leaders conference. We do this every other year. And it's where vendors from all the different carriers, representatives will be there to share some knowledge on some of the products, share sales concepts, tricks of the trade, whatever you want to call it. So that'll be on September 7th at 8:30 in the morning. Consider going to that as well. It's a great opportunity for you really to kind of mingle with other people that work with URL as well as the URL staff. We're all going to be there. So we shut the office down. We all head over to the Hershey Logic Convention Center and we spend the day there with you. Breakfast and lunch are provided as well. So it's really a great opportunity for producers. If you own an agency, it's also an opportunity for you and some of your agents to learn some other tricks of the trade, like I said, for life insurance, annuities, Medicare, the list goes on and on. We have guest speakers from all these different companies. So again, consider going to at least one of these meetings. I guarantee you'll find that it's very useful. Now, this is an opportunity for you to kind of get into the act today. If you're in the final expense marketplace, what are your challenges and what are your successes? What's going on out there? We want to know. Are you running into any underwriting snags, whether it's traditional life that maybe a final expense company could pick up that business? Or are you running into any snags just in the field in general? What are you noticing out there? If you're ordering leads, what's working, what's not working? What are people telling you? The idea here is that we want to help you significantly grow your sales. If you're purchasing leads, we want you to see growth because you're obviously investing in yourself, you're investing in your business. So we want to help you grow your sales and see some growth in your revenue. So if you want to type some of those things on the toolbar, you can certainly do that. I'll read those questions or those comments aloud and we can do that. The other thing, we realize that with final expense sales, it's very easy to get down on yourself. When you start building momentum, it's great. You're having a good time doing it. You're enjoying what you're doing, but you're going to hear a lot of no's. So one of the things here, stay focused and stay positive. And here are 3 easy steps to do that. Step number 1, deliver a compelling and structured presentation. Don't wing it when you go to a client's home. Work with a friend or a spouse or whomever, significant other, and just kind of go over the presentation and have them play the role of being a client so that you have a structured, scripted presentation and a compelling presentation that's going to draw somebody in. And when you're doing the presentation, number 2, believe that the prospect's going to purchase insurance from you. They're not going to go somewhere else. They're not going to tell you no. Have the idea that the presentation that you're giving them is going to be compelling enough that they're going to purchase the insurance product from you. And the other thing is number 3, focus on prospects instead of suspects. Focus on these people as if they're actually people and that you are there to help them and help their family when that day comes that they're no longer here. So deliver a compelling and structured presentation. Believe that the prospect is going to purchase insurance from you and focus on prospects instead of suspects. Stay focused, stay positive, and let us know what we can do to help you grow your final expense business. All right, this is about it for our monthly Monday meeting. If you have any questions or comments, please let us know. Again, my name is Matt Alina, and I'm at extension 141. Our next meeting, because we're looking at, I was looking at the September 4th, but that's Labor Day. So we're looking at Monday, September 11th, 10 o'clock Eastern time. We'll have a special guest, Mark Aramia. He is the Regional Vice President for Liberty Bankers Life, one of our newer final expense carriers to our portfolio. He's going to highlight the products that they have and their product niches. So Consider joining us for our next meeting, which is, again, Monday, September 11th at 10 a.m. And our special guest is Mark Aramia from Liberty Bankers Life. Again, if you have any questions, comments, we want to hear them. 800-926-8875. My extension is 141. The Vice President of our Life Markets Division is Steve Clemens at extension 132. We appreciate your final expense business. We appreciate your business in general. So thank you for your business. Thank you for your partnership. And we look forward to helping you and working with you on your next life case. Have a great day. Have a great month. And we'll talk to you soon.